Beneficial insects have long been the good guys in Australian grain crops. And now, thanks to a GRDC co-investment, they're turning over a new leaf. Introducing the new Beneficial's Chemical Toxicity Table, a tool to help growers and advisors make more informed decisions around insecticide use in Australian grain crops. GRDC, CESA Australia, and the Australian Grains Pest Innovation Program, or AGPIP, have joined forces to produce the guide which details the impact of industry-relevant insecticides and miticides on key natural enemies.
What we're really trying to do is just improve sustainability in the grains industry, and we're trying to provide the research and the tools to give growers the information they need to do that. There's already good tools into beneficials in other industries, so port and cotton, for example, make quite good use of beneficials already to IPM, but this is a new sort of branch of the grains industry, so we're just trying to get the research in place to make it possible.
Building and conserving populations of beneficial insects is already a feature of Integrated Pest Management, or IPM. Beneficial insects can have a huge impact on Australian cereal crops, with research showing they play an important role in naturally keeping pest populations in check.
What it can look like is very little need for spraying. If you have a really healthy population of beneficials, they will be able to keep pest populations down to really manageable levels. So on the ground things to look out for, really, to know you've got a healthy population. You might see mummified aphids that parasitoids have been attacking. You might be looking out for hoverfly and ladybird larvae. These are really voracious predators of aphids, so they do a really, really good job of defending crops.
Growers are encouraged to monitor and identify local important beneficial insect species and then make targeted spray decisions to minimise harm to those beneficials that are present.
Obviously, chemical control is needed in some circumstances to manage pest populations, but unfortunately the pesticides, they don't know the difference in a lot of cases between what's a pest and what's a beneficial. When you have really broad spectrum active ingredients like organophosphates and synthetic pyrethroids, these can really just decimate all invertebrates regardless of if they're the good guys or the bad guys for the crops. So we're trying with this table to give growers the information they need to select more selective insecticides, which will be bad against the pest but not so bad against the beneficials. The most important information is probably the overall toxicity of each insecticide. So in situations where it's maybe difficult or not possible to monitor the exact beneficials you've already got going in your field, the best kind of port of action really is to just select the overall least toxic insecticide. And we've got that on the leftmost column. They're listed in order of their overall impact on all beneficials. We really want to see this information being taken up. That's why we've done the research. So it really lies in how easy it is for growers and agronomists to use the table. If they start to see beneficial populations increasing as a result of using softer insecticides, that's really the overall aim of the table. We want to empower growers and agronomists with the information they need to make softer pesticide choices to encourage beneficials in their crops.
The Beneficial Chemical Toxicity Table is available as a PDF download on the CESA Australia website, cesaaustralia.com. And further information about the effects and resistance evolution of pesticides can be found at agpest.com.au.
If you're using the table and you notice an active ingredient that you use regularly that you'd like to see included, or you notice some beneficials on your crop that aren't in the table, this is a constantly changing resource. We update it every year, so we really want to keep this kind of relevant to what growers and agronomists actually want to see. If you do have any feedback on what you'd like to see included in the table, you can contact CESA Australia or AGPIP or the GRDC directly.